Hey there. Blinding. I've been meaning to chat for a while with anyone about this crazy book here called Code, The Hidden Language of Computer Hardware and Software. And it's a pretty crazy book that I just kind of picked up on a whim, and just kind of generally interested in some bare bones where coding came from. And that's what this book claims to do. And it actually does, in my opinion, quite successfully. And it's starting from just basic code, ones and zeros. How do you get from that to a modern computer? And it's really amazing because it goes through the steps of going from, examples of different types of code, how you can use electrical circuits, which represent ones and zeros, to create a relay, which can be used to create logic gates, and giving like specific examples of how you can do addition. And the real amazing part of, and how you kind of get from that to a modern computer, and it's just amazing to kind of reflect once you finish reading it that all of this stuff boils down to the logic gates, which boils down to the relays, which boils down to ones and zeros, which everyone knows that computers are just ones and zeros, but it's just amazing to see the explanation of how we get to that, and some of the different steps we had to take to get there. Like, for example, having to transition from certain types of relays to transistor, so that it would increase the processing a lot quicker. So all that kind of stuff came together in a beautiful way, and that's coming from a person who I mainly program with Python for a very kind of practical purpose. It's mainly in the scientific field, and it's more so like what needs to be done and how can I get there about as quickly as possible while also learning about how it was done. So oftentimes I'm creating figures, I'm automating data processing, I'm doing some modeling, and only more kind of recently at my job, I've been having to get into kind of learning how to work with a supercomputer and SSH and using Slurm and trying to parallelize code and all that. I'm still way out of my depth with all of that. But it got me interested in learning some of the basics, because some of this stuff, it's so easy to get started with nowadays that it makes everything feel like magic. So this is a great book for anyone. Honestly, anyone who builds any code, highly recommend this to take the magic out a little bit, kind of wave away some of the mystique feeling when it comes to code, and you magically run something and you get an awesome output. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about my main takeaways from reading the book, really my main takeaway, and I'd love feedback on if I misunderstood anything, or maybe what are your main takeaways. So feel free to either drop that in the comments or in the comments of the next video. I'm hoping to really just get a better understanding of what's really going on when you're working with a computer. So I'll see you whenever that video drops. See ya.